Hello, and welcome to At the Table with Chef Jay, the podcast where we believe that every meal has a story, and every story has a seat at the table. I'm your host, Chef Jay, and today we embark on a culinary journey through the heartwarming realm of cherished memories and delectable dishes. In each episode, we dive into the nostalgic world of our guests' favorite childhood foods, from the confident aroma of Grandma's kitchen to the sizzle of a beloved family recipe. We're here to unravel the tales behind the tastes that linger in our hearts. Okay, today's guest is Anthony Bryan, Director of Leadership Development, author, speaker, and founder of AB1 Consulting. He'll be preparing his favorite childhood meal, macaroni and cheese. Could you share with us the story behind this dish?
Well, Judy, first of all, thank you so much. This is such a pleasure just to be in the honor as well. This dish is very special to us. I'm the second oldest of 8 kids, and my mom used this special recipe here to just build bonding relationships with myself and the other siblings as well. So it's very dear to me, and I'm excited to share that with you all.
Good. And so I must say he's got a special guest today, his wife, Donna. And I want to say that we just got off the road from Atlanta, Georgia. We was at the Bonner Brothers show, and so I have lost my voice because I've talked to 1,000 people maybe. With my daughter, she has a waxing spa in Jacksonville, Florida, so we went to support her. And of course, she worked me to death, you can tell by my voice. But I'm just so glad to have you guys on. And I just want you to tell us the story behind this dish, show us how to prepare. And thank you for joining us, beautiful wife Donna. Noodleweds, how long you been doing
Yes, October 13, 2023.
So how many months has been, I'm sorry?
So just a little under 5 months.
5 months, congratulations. And, they kind of just been just wonderful and beautiful couple. So I reached out and just wanted them to join us, and then they agreed, and I thank them for joining us.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about the dish and what you're going to prepare, show us how to do it. And then we're going to bake it in the oven. And when we get at the table, we're going to show you how looking delicious it is, okay?
Yes, well, I'm from Savannah, Georgia, the South there, and relocated here in Columbia, South Carolina in 2008. And I tell you, this was my mom was a stay-home mom. My dad was a truck driver. So each time coming home from school, she would have dinner prepared or preparing dinner, and she would use that time, especially with mac and cheese and other dishes as well. But this was one of our favorites, and she would use that to just give us life lessons and words of wisdom as we are helping her to cook. That was her bonding moment. So she would maybe tell me, hey, I need you to cut the cheese, or I'm gonna need you to stir all the ingredients in. So throughout time, I would ask her, Mom, what is all into all of that? And so it was just a simple preparation in mac and cheese, but it was just the meaning behind it and the conversations behind the meal that made it so special. So we would take, like, for instance, some sharp cheese, and she would just normally and it became my job or one of the other siblings' job as we got older, and we would cut the cheese, and she would definitely make sure it's good. It was sharp cheese, or in some instances, government cheese.
I love it. That's what we did.
That's what we did, that government cheese.
But they showed that love through that food, okay?
Through that food, yes. So she would take it, and she would place it in a bowl. And ingredients were just simple. It was just cheese, noodles, 1 egg, cup of milk, salt and pepper, and butter. So after the noodles were cooked, she would just put them in a little bowl here. It's pretty warm. So once you take the noodles out and it's really warm, the next thing you want to do is you want to add your cheese. You want to put the butter in.
Mm-hmm. That's what I've learned too, is having guests on, that our parents kept it really simple, but it was delicious.
Very simple.
And I think it's just the touch that they had and the love that they had.
And the love that they had. So she would put a little bit of cheese in it as well. And you can sometimes get a little creative with it, because sometimes she would put different types of cheese in it also. like the what is called Goya cheese or Gouda cheese. Gouda cheese. Yes.
You know, a lot of the upscale restaurants have Gouda macaroni cheese.
That's
Okay,
really good.
and our parents been doing that for a while. We just, you know, they just don't find a way, just like oxtails, to make it more expensive
Right.
and a delicacy.
Exactly.
Okay?
Exactly.
Macaroni cheese is Gouda cheese. Okay,
That's it.
it's just the same
It's
thing.
the same thing.
That Gouda just make it seem expensive. Okay.
So she would put the cheese in, and it was amazing. She'll crack an egg or get one of us. I used to love this part because she's like, crack an egg, like, oh, I love cracking eggs. So I would crack the egg, she would have us put it in there. And it was always funny because she would say, put a pinch of salt and pepper,
Yes,
a
love
little
it.
bit for the pepper, just a pinch of salt. I don't know what a pinch is in measurement terms, but she knew, and she didn't need any
Right.
measuring cups as we have today. Then she would finish off with her milk. And the only measurement I known for the milk was 1 cup of milk.
Mm-hmm.
So it was always 1 cup of milk, and she would make sure that it's all around there. Then she would take the spoon, and she would just mix it in.
That's good.
She would mix it in,
Mm-hmm.
and once again, make sure that the noodles are hot. It melts it. It melts it even easier with the butter and all of that. And once you mix it in, you can even layer it some more, which I'm gonna do here in a second.
But you know, it's so interesting too. You're the third guest on that is doing macaroni and cheese. We're gonna have a fourth come up, but everybody, parents did it different. Everybody's mother did it different. Everybody's grandmother did it different. And it was amazing how some of them was just simple and they was just so delicious, you know? So it really don't take a lot. I remember growing up, we didn't have all them different seasons. We had salt and black pepper.
That was
but
it.
They knew the time to cook it.
Yeah.
And they knew how it's supposed to look when you
Yeah.
cook. So we talk a little bit more about what you do, Anthony, in the community. Anything you want to share about yourself, we'd love to hear.
Yes. Well, after high school, I was in the military, in the Army for 10 years, and I worked as in military intelligence. In the military after that, I got out of the military, and then I was involved in law enforcement for years. The deputy sheriff, county highway patrolman, correction officer. And so now I'm part of what AB1 Consulting does now, teach ethics workshops to law enforcement. I also teach leadership development to corporations and so forth like that. John Maxwell, Stephen Covey, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And so that's been great. Always out. And I worked in both Richland 1 school system as a counselor and Lexington School District 5. So I'm always, I love coaching. I've been involved in coaching basketball to youth. I started a boys leadership academy at one of the schools that in Lexington 5, and that was very successful for about 7 years that I worked there. So I do a lot in the community as well, a lot of speaking engagement to youth on making right choices and split-second decisions that can alter the course of your life. And so that's been really, really good through my other platforms and things of that nature. So
Sounds like he does some amazing work and job. I tell you, one thing we do have in common that we enjoy working with the youth. And that's what I was telling youth that I had a group in the other week is that one mistake could change your life.
yes,
And so this was talking about cooking, right? So we was preparing the beanie wafers and I cooked a little batch up before they came in so they could have the taste. And so I cooked right by the directions, all right? The oven I left in 1 minute and it had burnt. And I told them just 1 minute.
That's
One
it.
mistake could change your life,
Wow.
okay? So we just want to thank you guys for joining us. The macaroni and cheese was good. We can't wait to see you at the table. But we want to talk to his lovely wife, Donna. And just tell us about what some of the things that you do, Donna.
Absolutely. So other than being coached by my husband, that goes
love it.
across the board.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
But what I tend to do, or what I do as a career, is I'm a national board certified health and wellness coach. So I get the opportunity to share how to make lifestyle behavioral changes. I work in the insurance industry, but I also have a personal business. It's called A New You Health Coaching with Donna. And I get to talk to individuals that are kind of knowing they want to make change or trying to identify where that change can come about and just helping them to make that decision. And then on top of that, I also had the pleasure of teaching for 18 plus years at the college level in clinical health sciences and public health.
Well, I tell you what, it's just been amazing to have these two guests because they have a lot going on and they are just awesome people. And I was just so glad and honored to have them on. And so let people know where they can find you or follow you.
Yes, ab1consulting.org, www.ab1consulting.org. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, and it has all my contact information on those as well. So, yeah.
Okay. And on Facebook, it's A New You Health Coaching with Donna. And on Instagram, it's A New You with Donna.
So if you're looking for someone to do, work with youth, speak, leadership, this is your guy. I would love for you to hit him up. And I've known them for over years. So we want to talk a little bit about how I met you guys, first of all. And so I met Anthony it was at an event.
Yes. Yes. We were dating at that time.
Right,
And this was her 50th birthday.
Yeah.
And I wanted to do something special for her. I wanted to impress her.
Right.
I wanted to put out all the stops. We were still, we met during the COVID when everybody was shut down and on Facebook. So like Mark Zuckerberg is like my best friend in a sense, in the sense of that. So shortly thereafter it was her birthday. I said, I want to do something special. And I knew you from all the great things that you do and the first class work that you do. So I wanted to be really special and something different. I didn't want just a traditional, let's, get her some chicken and mac. I wanted some of that. What you say? How you pronounce it, babe?
Charcuterie.
Charcuterie. Yes. I was like, I'm gonna get some of that. And you was the person I reached out to, and you helped me out so much with that. That was very impressive.
Well, we enjoy doing great and beautiful things for all of our community, friends, and family. But we also met at the school. Remember that?
That's right. The same school I was counseling at.
That's right. Yes.
Yeah. So we've been friends and known each other for a while. It's just been a great friendship. So I thank you. I couldn't miss this for nothing.
Yeah, I'm just so honored and grateful to have you. And Donna, let's talk about how me and Donna met.
Yes.
Didn't know they was dating though. Okay, they had a secret for a little while. But I was so glad to hear that they was together because I just thought both of you was amazing and beautiful people.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So we have a colleague in common, Dr. Michelle Reed. So hey, Michelle. But Michelle and I had a chance to work together for a medically managed weight loss program, and we just kind of developed a friendship, and we're working on a project, so stay tuned for that project. But Michelle's hair is just so beautiful, so I asked her, who was your stylist? And she told me about the lovely Miss Judy. And so I called Judy, made an appointment, and we just hit it off from there. First of all, you just transformed my crown.
Right.
And so I was so grateful for that. And we just developed a friendship and realized that we had so much in common and that we had a heart for, not just, beauty, but for helping people feel beautiful and just loving on people.
Right.
So.
And then she didn't say, but we also met when you was working with the health thing. Remember you and Michelle, we came out and I did some of the cooking demonstrations.
That is right. Absolutely.
Right. So
Yes.
we worked together in a professional manner also with cooking demonstrations and health and wellness.
That's right.
Yes. Well, we're going to see you at the table with this awesome and beautiful macaroni and cheese. We're finna bake it, and then we'll meet you at the table.